The information shared in these conversations and videos are intended for general knowledge and entertainment purposes only. It should not be considered as legal advice or professional guidance. Additionally, any documentation or references to specific content are solely for the purpose of discussion and understanding. It does not imply endorsement, promotion, or support of said content. The views expressed in these videos and/or conversation are those of the individuals involved and do not represent any official stance or opinion. The content you are about to experience may contain strong language, including explicit words and phrases. This language is used for artistic expression and may be integral to the storyline or character development. It is important to note that the use of such language does not endorse or promote offensive behavior. Viewer discretion is advised, and please enjoy the show responsibly.
The United States Fair Use Disclaimer.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
It's harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. Quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Been friends since 1995. Growing up, same street, you, me, my ride or die. All the years, they would grow us apart, yeah. Moved away, but you're still in my heart, yeah. Call you up, how you been, can we play a rewind? Yeah, those other guys are true. They don't care, no, like I do. I've been waiting on you. Oh, oh. I've been waiting on you for so long, and it's killing me to see you there with a broken heart. If you knew, I've been waiting on you. Oh, oh. I've been waiting on coming like a wrecking ball, crying on back to me, why'd you ever move on? Yeah, you're making me confused. I'm the one that you should choose. I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you for so long, and it's killing me to see you there with a broken heart. If you knew, I've been waiting on you. Whoa, whoa. I've been waiting on.
In this video are the new top 7 models for 2024 Harley Davidson motorcycles. Hope you enjoy it. Thank you for coming this afternoon. I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. Gotta love a great, sexy Harley Davidson American-made bike. That is awesome, Mama T. Did you get to ride on it? I don't know why my sound kept going out right there in this clip, but it comes back on here in a second. That's like it. Mickey Rourke always drove the bikes I like. I like those gorilla bars. He's an American badass in my opinion. That's Mickey Rourke and Wild Orchid. I love that tone and just the look of that bike right there. I love that. To me, that is my favorite bike right there. And driver. Hey, Paris. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I love that. I think that's badass. Do you want to come up with me and talk about it? Close this out here. See if you want to. Do you want me to drop a link and you can come up and tell us all about it? I'll drop it right here and you tell us all about it. Suicide bars. Yeah. I love that look, man. Plus him driving it. I love it, man. Love it, love it, love it. And first ever. Ray says first ever ape hangers were built from the legs of a bar stool. No shit. I love it. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me give y'all a big old round of applause. Mama T and Ray, I appreciate you. And Country Girl, I appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. I hope you're feeling okay today. And I had read, back in June that they had halted production, but they did resume production. And I've got a couple of clips here, or actually note cards here for me. Harley Davidson was founded in 1903 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and officially incorporated in 1907. With Walter Davidson acting as the first president, Arthur Davidson became the first general sales manager and the secretary, while William J. Davidson was the first works manager. Let me add, this is Mama T coming up here, you guys.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
Right there. Hey. So tell us about this bike that you rode. I'm not familiar with that model.
Well, they had, the older bikes, 1952, panhead, shovelhead, God. There's many.
Yeah.
What
about it?
The 1952 panhead.
So
well, they're just, in my opinion, they scream motorcycle toughness.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Liberators.
Right.
Absolutely. Now, what about that particular model? You said that's the only one you would ride. Tell us about that. The experience riding.
No. What I mean is, the Harley Davidson is the only bike I will ever get on.
Same here.
I won't ride anything else.
I've tried other bikes, and no, it's not. It doesn't even compare. Didn't even compare. One of my best friends had a, I guess they call them rice rockets or whatever, and we got a speeding ticket riding
rice burners.
Yeah, and
rice burners.
Yeah, and my ex-husband, he had a Sportster, and two totally different experiences. That's for sure. But so
it is.
When you went riding, tell me about your experience. We got a speeding ticket. What happened when you went riding? Anything rememberable?
No, I mean, yeah, I remember my first ride. Well, actually, I don't remember my first ride because my first ride was when I was 2 weeks old. So,
how old
I mean,
that's
no joke. No joke.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So did you grow up around bikers and the biker club and that kind of thing? We did here. There's several here where I live.
Well, Gypsy, yeah, I have a, yeah.
We have like the Southern Gentlemen's here. Quite a few different ones, but the Southern Gentleman is the ones that stands out to me because it's in Gastonia, and some very close friends of mine. They really take care of one another in that club.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the prettiest bikes I've ever seen. Some of them sell them at the dealership down there. There's also a Indian dealership there too.
Yes. I had an uncle that used to build bikes from Harleys, and he would paint the tanks.
Oh wow!
Just beautiful scenery and stuff. Like he had one that was his own. He's gone now. He's deceased, but his last bike he built, his wife still has, and it has an eagle on the tank.
Yeah.
Beautiful with the American flag, and I mean, he was an amazing artist when it came to things like that, and he could rebuild a bike in no fucking time,
Was your
no
dad real
time.
particular about cleaning it and storing it? Like everybody I know that
Oh
has
yeah,
one is real particular.
my dad, my uncles, all of them. Yeah, everyone, everybody I've ever been around is very, very particular about their side bitches.
Everyone that I know that's ever had one will not own any other.
No, that's true, and that's fact. I
Yeah.
mean, like my dad hasn't rode in many years because he's older now, but when he says he won't get on another bike ever
Why did he
unless it's a
wreck?
Harley. No, he just quit riding. I mean,
Yeah.
he just got up there where he couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Have you seen those three wheelers that they've come out with? Like Gold Wing, I think has some.
Yeah, I
Um,
have.
yeah. Uh,
Did you know the very first uh, dirt bike that Harley had
no,
was
I
called
don't
a
know. Tell me.
Husqvarna.
It's called a what?
It was called a Husqvarna.
Oh, okay.
It's the Husqvarna. It was another name back then, but I can't remember. But it's the Husqvarna. It was the only dirt bike they ever made.
Wow. Ray, I see here that you've been up here where I live. Prayers to you. I hope that you had a good experience at Duke. I'll be praying for you. I didn't know that you lived up my way. Um, I'm not far from that hospital at all. I'm at Wake. And then there's Duke, which is about I guess an hour 45 minutes from me. So prayers going out to you. I hope they took good care of you.
So what else do you know, Gypsy?
Well, I've got some, just little like cards I was going to read about the history of it and where they stand in their stock holdings here. Um, hold on 1 second. Let me move this comment so I can read it. Okay. When did Harley almost go out of business? Surviving and thriving during crisis, Harley Davidson is king of the road these days, but in 1985, the vulnerable firm was hours from bankruptcy, a combination of management errors, Japanese competition, those that we were just talking about earlier that my girlfriend has. Hers is Japanese made. Japanese competition and the recession was about to do the last American manufacturer of motorcycles in. And then here's the numbers here. Their U.S. holdings is at 11.051 billion. That was as of December 31st, 2021. Total equity is 2.553 billion. That was at the end of the fiscal year, December 31, 2021. So they're still thriving. And then there's lists some subsidiaries that are abroad in Brazil, India, and then Asia, which I think is we have to be, have a presence internationally to stay viable. I think in the market. In 2014, Harley Davidson global sales were 329.776, and no one could imagine that 10 years later, sales were declining by the half. Sales declined for the six consecutive years until 2020. Then in 2021, the recovery was temporary before the trend was back down in 2022. So they've come out with some new models, and that was what the video was I was showing you guys what the new models look like for this year. What did y'all think of them? I like the red one at the end. Anything with a lot of chrome or shiny, and I like that shiny red. You just got home from the hospital too, Mermaid. My gosh. Well, prayers go. Let me put this up here for y'all. I am very sorry about that. Wow. And it seems like this RSV virus is going around pretty bad everywhere. You've been a biker for 30 years. Love it, love it. All right. and we will give you a great big
I'm the best there is.
good old woohoo from Nature Boy
Ric Flair.
Yeah. Somebody told me that his daughter has a show out, and I keep forgetting to go watch it. Her name is Charlotte Flair. Supposedly she has a show now, and I keep forgetting to go watch it. Hey, good to see you, Mermaid. And Kim, good to see you. My ex-husband used to have a boat docked right beside of his boat, and on the side of it said Nature Boy. That's what he named his boat too. You're hanging
Really?
in there. We're doing good. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. Down at Lake Wiley. That was back in like 1995. Long time ago. Yeah, so
Hold on a minute, Gypsy.
okay. So Kim, do you know any bikers? Have you ridden on a Harley Davidson? I played a video showing the new 7 of the new models for 2024 coming out at the beginning. If you want to rewind and watch it, it's about 9 minutes long of all the models coming out, and some footage of my favorite Harley rider, Mickey Rourke. Hey, Olive Sky, good to see you. Yeah, I was just telling them if you want to watch the beginning of it, Olive Sky, and rewind. There's some footage of the new models coming out for 2024. Okay.
You're scared of bikes, Kim? Don't be scared. Listen, one thing I can tell you about a Harley, though, is if you lean wrong, you're going down. Follow the person you're riding with. Don't make them dump their bike. That's facts, people. On those corners.
Would get mad at me for holding on to him, and he would tell me, "Don't hold on to me, hold on to the bike." Maybe he was trying to kill me. I don't know. But like,
no, you can hold on. Like if you're an experienced rider, you can hold on to the bike. You don't have to hold on to the person in front of you.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Hold on just a minute.
Oh, okay. I think I rode a motorcycle pretty much the way I skied down a mountain, holding on for dear life.
I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, you definitely want to hold on to the rider in front of you. But if you do know what you're doing, you don't have to hold on. It's like,
thank you,
for me,
girl, for becoming a new member. Appreciate it. Woo! We appreciate that.
For me, riding on the back of a Harley is like living free. It's free.
Is. Yes.
Freedom.
Now, in California, do you have to wear a helmet?
Yes.
Oh, we do too.
Which sucks.
You don't have to in South Carolina, but you do in North Carolina. So a lot of us would go to the beach and then take our helmets off, and then ride the beach. My brother owns a 1966 Chopper, fantastic, that belonged to the president
Beautiful
of the
bike.
Harley Angels. It's an amazing bike. That is fantastic. Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful bikes. Choppers are beautiful bikes.
Anything.
And the correct term for those handlebars you were talking about, they're called ape hangers.
Hangers.
They're called ape hangers. And they're also called suicide handlebars. And the reason they're called that is because they're so tall. Like, they're illegal now. You can't even use them. But it's because they're... yes, I'm dead serious. At least they are here.
I know that. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's everywhere?
As far as I know, it's California law. I'm not sure if it's everywhere, but it is California law. You cannot have those handlebars. Of course, you know, my family don't follow those rules. So, but
Good to see you, Mac B.
have you ever heard of a suicide clutch?
No, but I've seen suicide doors on older model cars.
Yeah, a suicide clutch it's illegal here too.
Oh,
You can't have them on your bikes anymore
I love Skyway
because
too.
too many people were dying. Yes, a lot of people do die on motorcycles. I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Right on Nitro Creek. Right on. They're illegal over here. They're not
Oh,
allowed to have them. They're 8 pingers. They're not allowed to have them here.
oh, thank you
But
so
he
much for the
said,
gifted memberships. I appreciate that so much, Country Girl. Thank you so much. That really helps my channel. Apes are not illegal in the East Coast. Really? That is interesting. Hey, Nitro, you would know this because you're close to the border. Is South Carolina still, you don't have to wear a helmet? Because used to, we would take off down to the beach, after graduation, and then we didn't have to wear a helmet.
the one thing that my parents always told me, no helmet law. Awesome. You saying it's still the same
That's
there,
awesome.
Gypsy?
I mean, I wouldn't want to ride it if I couldn't, feel the wind in my hair. You know what I mean? That's part of the experience.
It is.
I don't
It
know.
absolutely is. But the one thing that my parents always told me was never marry a biker. Swear to God. That is what they told me. But my family, both sides, honey.
Yeah.
All right,
The
give me a minute,
biker
Gypsy. I
groups.
gotta.
Okay. The biker groups that
I
I'm familiar with really take care of each other. I've seen them lose a lot of people in their biker family, and they really pull together for one another. They just seem to be really, really good people. The ones that I know from the Southern Gentlemen down in Gastonia. Because of the helmet law, it is because of the group called ABATE. They are the ones that take it to the court to get states to have helmet laws or not. Oh. It's the same as that's fantastic, man. That's the way it should be. I think. Rapper, be good. Okay, you know we want you to hang out with us when you're nice. Be good. Be nice to Mama T. She's the sweetest one here. But to ride a bike at 45 plus with no helmet is stupid. True, but if you're like 18, you got long hair, don't you want to ride without a, I mean, at least around the damn block, or down the strip there, and what is it called? Is it Spring Street? In Myrtle Beach, is that Spring Street? Olive Sky, we are not getting out, and it freezes. Gonna be nothing but ice, and it's raining for 2 days. Oh, bless your heart. Yes, it's been kind of. It got really hot this morning, and then now it's starting to get cold. It is the weirdest. Yeah, stop, rapper, and we'll let you hang out. Mom, Pa, that's scary. Yes, y'all stay safe. We're praying for y'all. I've given a timeout not too long, only 24 hours. What are they doing to your house? Yeah, praying for you, liberators. My next door neighbor is happy that it's Friday. Can y'all hear his music? He is really happy that it's Friday. Grief. So funny. They're so nice, so I'm not going to complain. Plus, my kid plays music loud, so I can't say anything. Our groups take extremely good care of. Yes, I think that's fantastic. There's been, some sicknesses, and I've watched them, the way a church family should do you. Where I had a show months ago called Where's My Casserole? And, back when I was growing up, People brought you damn covered dish, a casserole when there was a crisis in the family. And when my daughter was murdered, I had spent all this time, devoted time in churches and given my time and all. And then when I was in need, where the hell was my casserole? I needed somebody to be worrying about cooking and those little things while I figured out what I was going to do. And I saw that in that biker family. They took care of one another in the figuratively, speaking sense of where's my casserole? Do you know what I mean? They really looked out. The one of my friends, she like lost her daughter, then she lost her husband, and it was like, my gosh, then she lost her home, or she lost her home and then her husband, something like that. Did loft insulation and still doing wall insulation. Oh, gotcha. That's itchy stuff if you get it on your skin. I'd go watch a movie while they do it. Go check out a movie. There's a couple of good ones out. Very bad weather coming towards the East Coast. Everybody, yeah, yeah. That's why I went ahead and went live. I was gonna go live at 3, and then I saw it starting to cloud up, and I thought, oh great, I don't want to be under this skylight when it's. Um, I don't know, Kim, but that's what I miss the most. I think about being at church is that fellowship and knowing, if somebody, you feel needed. We all kind of want to feel needed, but then when you need, you want to feel loved and cared for and worried about. And I just remember so many churches, like I would be in a crisis, lost my job or sick or something like that. And they called me to ask me why I wasn't there, but not, hey, do you need a ride there? It's like, yeah, I'd have gone if you'd come pick me up. Or, just where's my casserole? Yeah. Mermaid, I wish I could just hibernate with this weather. I should have a show on that again. Because it is a very, I'm speaking figuratively, this. But also, um, you know, it, it's like we're scared to care for one another. Well, if I take them a casserole, they'll probably rob me. you know? I think people are scared to do that sometimes. One hand washes the other. Yeah, my dad used to say that all the time. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. And I got it. I got it. It's just such a simple virtue. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. Where'd that go? I don't know. And like when you see them down and sick and you're out there cutting your lawn, and why not go ahead and cut theirs too? And by the way, don't blow your leaves and clippings into the road. That's a surefire way to make a biker go down. That's like murder in my opinion. When you cut your grass, don't blow it out into the street.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay. Just way too
I
many
had to.
Catholic churches around here. Yeah, I'm in the South, Kim Maple, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of what I call Mick churches popping up. And it's like, what is y'all's core whole thing? I mean, we're, I don't know. Do you get what I mean? Like they're converting old movie theaters and things like that into like a McChurch. It's like, what kind of church are you? It's kind of weird, isn't it, Kim? Sorry, that's my 2-liter bottle, letting air out of it. Sorry. That is up in Maine. Sorry. Oh, that's okay.
What are we talking about,
Right
guys?
here too, huh?
Oh, the weather up there.
Yeah,
Pretty scary right now.
yeah. That and when the fellowship in a biker club, how they take care of one another, and how we've sort of lost that in society. When something happens, a crisis, we're not like there for one another like they are in a biker group like I've witnessed. A friend of mine,
Yeah.
I was telling them, has lost her home, her business, her child, and then her husband at different times in her life, and they just were always there for her. Around here, the cops will
Yes.
make you put it back in your yard. That's good. That's awesome. They find you here. Can y'all hear that bluegrass blaring next door?
No.
My neighbor is really happy it's Friday. I can hear it through the wall. I can't complain though, because my teenager likes to blare his music sometimes. So, but it sounds like some hillbilly. It's real loud with these headphones on. I thought for sure y'all could hear it.
Hello, Kibble. I'm Matt.
Hey, Kibble, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Have you witnessed that sort of fellowship in a biker group?
Yes.
They're just really loyal to one another and family. When Tony's
Yes.
Ice Cream, it's a iconic soda shop in Gastonia, was attacked
Mhm.
by a patron who claimed she got bad service because she was black. They were immigrants who came here and opened up that shop and has been here, I want to say, since the 50s. And no one has ever made any kind of claim like that before, ever. And so there was a really big hoopla about how they were going to set it on fire. They were going to, it was all in the paper. The BLM was here, and then the Southern gentleman sort of stepped up for Tony. And when he was afraid to open his doors because they were threatening him, saying, "If you open today, we're going to set your business on fire," they went with him, accompanied him, and so he wasn't afraid to open, and then eventually got stomped out in court, and they were, he was obviously being harassed for whatever reason, but it was unreal. There was riots, and it was, packed with bikers surrounding his restaurant, protecting him, and I was like, hell yeah. you know it was awesome. That's Tony's Ice Cream in
Right
Gastonia,
on.
North Carolina. If y'all want to Google it, there's some incredible footage on online. 45 minutes left, and I'm done for the week, and I'm ready to go. I hear ya. Hey, Julie, good to see you. Glad you're here. And then you're done for the weekend, Liberators. I hear you. Here you go. Get you a beer.
Dude, I wish I was. Hi,
You're not
Julie.
off. You have to work this
No,
weekend.
I have to work today. Yeah, all the way till Monday. But that's okay.
Yeah. Well, the weather's probably going to be bad anyway.
Maybe not here. I don't know. I don't know what the forecast is here for the weekend.
So
I
I want
didn't
to
look.
talk to you about something I saw in the news today, Mama T.
Okay,
Uh,
let's see.
Rose was covering it. It is how Gavin Newsom in your state is doing a prototype prison uh, reform where it's more geared toward rehabilitation. And during the footage that Rose showed us, it was from NBC News last night, their 6 o'clock news. And they called it, I believe they called it Prison Land. And they were like referring to it as being like Disneyland, where they get facials, they get massages, and they do meditation and yoga time. And it's geared more
Hmm.
toward sort of pampering them. Um, and it's all in reward, of course, not you get it right off the bat, but I know that like my daughter's boyfriend that was involved in her killing the night that she was killed. He has access. He got 18 years. One of those years was, or 18 months of it was for involuntary manslaughter for her killing. And just because
Hmm.
he took her there and he was involved in the, commission of a felony while she was being shot by someone else. But anyway, he has he has like a long laundry list of infractions, but he still gets tablet time where he can get on Facebook or he can get online and research stuff or whatever. And I guess that's now taken the place of library or whatever, is they get tablet time. What do you know about, what have you heard just locally living in the state where this is happening? Is it being received well? What are your thoughts on all that?
Well, actually, Gypsy, this is the first I'm hearing of it. I
Really?
do know that Governor Newsom is under some scrutiny right now because of, well, here, okay, so here in the city council in Sacramento as well, we're under scrutiny because of the homeless situation.
Yes.
$333 million was donated, or given. They got a grant or
Hmm.
something, a loan, something for $333 million. And they were supposed to build these tiny homes with them.
Yes.
Guess what didn't happen?
Mhm. Now this is what I have learned also. Because of the influx coming across the border not vaccinated, that's brought the bubonic plague back to California, as well as tuberculosis. And it is being spread from camp to camp through rats and mice.
Well, yeah, well, I'm sure that's true. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to look into that. But there's just so much going on. So many homeless camps here. You guys,
You're making
it's
a good point.
well,
The funding I feel like he got for this prototype should have been spent on the homeless there, and then we'll worry about, is it posh enough at the, prison country club. I feel like, when students are sweating their lunch bill or being not fed because of an outstanding lunch bill, but we're feeding our prisoners with no problem. We've kind of got our priorities screwed up in the country. I feel like, if they're already getting tablet time, they're fine for now. They're fine for now. Let's worry about the homeless. But you're right. Gavin Newsom is under a lot of scrutiny for a whole lot of decisions that he's made recently there. Um, but when I saw that this morning,
yes,
I
he
was
is.
like, wow.
So this prison, freaking, what do you call it? Luxury prison that he wants to build. I doubt that's
Yes,
going to go over. He needs to deal with the homeless population first
they've already
because
done it.
the
They did
problem is,
the segment, he went in the prison and you saw these full size men getting massages and facials. Rose had it on. I just couldn't believe it, Mama T. And we've got
Jesus
homeless sitting in
criminy,
camps and children worrying about their lunch money.
it's insane.
It was insane. I was like, you got to be joking. California is almost like its
Newsom,
own country.
we need a new governor.
Yeah. He is not interested in housing the homeless. Apparently not. And do you know about the poop app? Do you know about that? It's the Poop Map app. He said that it was designed for people to be able to walk freely within the state of California without coming across human fecal matter because people are just pooping wherever they want to poop. So they have this app you can download, and it's a map of where you can walk freely without stepping in human waste. This is a real thing. MacB, what do you think?
Yes,
Did
so
you see
I
that
don't know about
too?
that
He
app.
saw it too. Yeah, he was saying
No, I
that.
did not see that app.
Yeah, it was on the NBC. I only watch NBC because I usually only comes in get the best. But you saw that too. That was
I agree,
crazy.
Liberator.
All these motels that they're yes, honey, and they're tearing them down where I live. I was like, why would you tear it down when you could put people there? I don't understand that. And they could have a manager, so there's no, fuckery going on. They could hire managers to run the place, security like they do at any campus.
Yes.
It's
The
to show up
homeless
the
crisis isn't just here in
qualifications.
California, though. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Especially after the big C, the whole shenanigans with the big
Yes,
C.
MacB. Like third world country, poop, human waste everywhere, and
Well,
tuberculosis. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's okay. What they did here was they started putting out porta potties for people that are homeless to use.
That's good.
That's what they started doing here, so that there would be human feces on the road. Like they had a whole homeless encampment that had access to showers. They had access to uh, had access to the facilities. They had access to anything that they needed. They also had food trucks and stuff coming out for them. That's everywhere. But then these people tried to make it illegal here in California to be homeless. How stupid is that?
That is inhumane.
Like you want to criticize somebody for feeding somebody who is homeless, but yet you're not going to criticize the motherfucker that had a chance to fix it.
Yeah.
But didn't.
Now, see, this is
it
what
makes
I
no
thought
sense to
about.
me. Excuse my language, y'all.
You're fine. You have every right, Julie. I was thinking about that, and I thought, why don't they just give everybody, these potties that they have bedside for the elderly? Why don't they just give, each tent gets one of those with blankets or something, and then they have their
Okay,
own
but Gypsy,
bedside toilet, right?
right, but the only problem with that is where are they going to dump it, Gypsy? Where are they going to put it?
I don't know.
So
Yes.
their solution here was the porta potties.
Yes, I could
That's
see
how.
that. Right, and then they come and maintenance that, right? They some sort of
Yes, it was government
sewage
funded.
company. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
That's true, Liberator.
If you cook food to feed homeless, you'll probably be stopped, more than likely jailed, because you're not licensed to cater. That's happened in my state. Um, when I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken as a teenager, I remember having to throw out chicken every so many hours. And I asked them, why aren't we bagging this up and giving it to the homeless? And they said, because we would be sued if someone complained about it, and then, so
Mm-hmm.
the homeless issue is similar
Speaking
to
of
the
that,
drug issue. employs too many people and creates too much money for the government to want to fix it. Amen. There you go. That's it right there. Yeah.
Speaking of that, Ray, okay, so they decriminalized drugs here in the state of California. Okay, all
Yeah.
drugs, everything. Unless you have a certain amount over you, you're not going to go to jail. It might be a fix-it ticket type situation, okay? Or they might just take your stuff and break your utensils. And the reason I know this is because when I was homeless, I seen this done many times. Okay, so they decriminalize drugs in California, but they want to make it illegal to be homeless. Make that fucking make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't. Not at all.
What are they wanting people to do? Where do they want them to go? It is all bullshit. They want you high and homeless and dependent on them. It's ridiculous. Mac B, this is why I don't want my boys to join the military. Because my husband and I don't even want to go there today, but it takes an act of Congress to get any kind of help when you're a veteran. And answer your because people aren't that helpless because there are too many pitfalls. What do you mean pitfalls? You mean like getting robbed if you go give somebody a casserole? Is that what you mean? Because I had heard old ladies say that at my church. They were like, if I take him a casserole, I'm worried I'd get robbed. It's like, well, okay, what are you going to do there? You know, I'll meet you at the church with your casserole. I guess. I don't know.
No, Buttercup, baby. They decriminalized all drugs here. All of them. Everything. Like if you're caught with, let's say, H. You guys know what that is, right?
Yes.
Okay, say you're caught with H here. As long as you only have enough for personal, they ain't gonna do shit to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? One of the reasons is because the population in the jails is so much. The jails are so overcrowded. It's insane.
I just don't understand what they expect people to do, that they're going to enforce a misdemeanor and then the jails are already full. The courts are already overloaded. How is that going to help anything?
It doesn't. Puts more homeless people on the damn street.
Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. I guess they feel they're going to get it anyway. You know, what is the name of that town that Daisy covers? Kensington, Pennsylvania. Is that the name of it? Kensington, Pennsylvania. Where they have an open market fentanyl area, and everyone's just sort of, the pitfalls are the law. You'll be stopped, probably sued by those types of nasty shits. The road to hell is paved with good intentions after all.
It's true, Mac. 1000% the truth.
Kensington, yes. Yes. And they look like zombies. They totally look like zombies, like the apocalypse.
On that new, excuse me, what's it called? What is that new shit that's out that they're using now? It makes people look like zombies. It's not fentanyl. It's called something else. No, it's something else. The stuff that you can't even use Narcan to bring you out of it. It's called Oh my god. I watched a thing on it.
Uh-huh.
What Mermaid is talking about. There's it makes you just like that, like human zombies.
Wow.
And people never after they use it once never come back the same.
So, in this prison program, they are saying these folks that are in prison have committed crimes because of being traumatized and PTSD, and how this would be part of the rehabilitation part of prison. Did you hear
Yes,
that,
can you hide
Mermaid?
that? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Mermaid. It's a tranquilizer. It's some type of tranquilizer. Yes. It's called. They got a name for it though. It's called
She says
dang it.
xylazine. It's like Kensington here in Vancouver. Xylazine. I probably spelt it wrong. Xylazine.
Is it called Trank? No, it's not called Trank. It's called something else. God, fuck is the name of it?
Gotta go to. Okay, well, thank you very much, Liberator. Good to see you. Thank y'all for coming in.
Oh my god. What is the name of it?
What does it
It's
do
gonna
to
drive me
you?
crazy. Well,
What
it
do you?
makes exactly what you were describing. It makes it like you're a zombie. It
Oh,
can
okay.
also one use could kill you. One use.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yes, it is some type of tranquilizer.
That's something.
But there's a name they use for it.
It's an elephant.
It's an
Holy
elephant
shit.
tranquilizer.
Now, your life's so bad that you need elephant. Hey, do you ever watch Soft White Underbelly? He has
No.
got some incredible interviews on there. People from all walks of life in California on Skid Row. And
Uh-huh.
he'll bring them in, give them a little money for a hotel room and food, and he interviews them in exchange. And some of them he follows them for a while. You watch Soft White Underbelly. He's that Mark. He is an amazing guy. He's put together a book of pictures of select ones that had gotten the most attention from people, and he's doing a follow up. If you remember Rebecca, the trans woman that he is seems enamored with, he's been following her for a while, and she was clean back during March, but now she's like not doing good again. Xylazine. My
I'm sorry,
sister's
Julie.
leg is
That's
rotting because of it. I am so sorry. Holy cow. Why is it attacking her leg, if you don't mind me asking? Because a lot of these opiate derivative drugs are hitting the legs because it's causing congestive heart failure, and it makes your legs swell. About 2 dozen of them have died. Wow.
there is a drug called Trank out there. Buttercup Baby is right. That's not the one I'm thinking of. There's another name for it. I just can't think of it right now. Yes, that's it, Buttercup Baby. She's right. It is that Trank. I'm sorry. Like I'm not awake yet, y'all. It's still kind of early here for me.
It is called Trank. It is xylazine and
And
fentanyl.
fentanyl.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it, Buttercup Baby. Thank you. But there is another one with another name. The one I was thinking of, it's a different name. God dang.
Isn't that sad?
It's awful. And how people are getting the mixture of this shit, I don't know, but they are. It makes them like human zombies. Straight up.
We'll be praying for your son, Julie. My daughter was in an automobile accident, T-boned, as she was turning into the mall to pick me up from work. It was my first day on the job at Cinnabon, and she was T-boned, and it hurt a vertebrae in her back, and they put her on Oxycontin, and she got addicted to them.
Mm.
And years later, when she was shot in the back, it hit that vertebrae. Isn't that weird? Yeah. They get something called, yes, yes. It starts with a small sore. Yes, and it looks like a MRSA, doesn't it, Julie? I think.
Well, they can cure cellulitis if it's caught early.
Mm-hmm.
They can get rid of it. They are robbing veterinary clinics. Well, for the xylazine, yes, but what about the fentanyl? They give that in veterinary clinics too? Yes, Becky. We'll pray for your son, Julie, and your sister.
My sister, who was a diabetic before she passed, she got cellulitis and was very uncomfortable with it. I remember. I've heard about your daughter, and I'm just I appreciate that. It was just sort of a strange, odd, how it all, when she was shot in that very spot where she was hurt in the car accident that got her on the damn drugs. It's so weird. Not sure what it meant or means. It's called zombie disease, flesh eating. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah,
My
from
sister,
using dirty
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, my sister had gotten it in her legs, and she was a diabetic. But I know exactly what you're talking about. She would show it to me, and she was in a lot of discomfort, couldn't walk very well, a lot of water retention. And the cellulitis has a funky smell to it, doesn't it? It's got a really
Yeah,
strange
like rotting
odor
flesh.
about it. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it does. And that Trank stuff that Buttercup Baby is talking about, that's bad shit. It's bad. It is designed to kill.
Mhm.
Yeah, yes,
I
Mackie, you're
agree.
right. But
I agree.
that Trank is one of the worst I've ever heard of. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that has come off of that shit that's lived. And that's true.
Dying flesh. Yep, rotting. Are you going live
They
today?
never come back the same if they do live. Yeah, I thought about it. Maybe in like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I usually go live about 12 o'clock.
The
We're about an
sound.
hour before I have to go to work.
I'm sorry, what?
My sound?
No, I was
Oh,
getting ready to
can you
say
hear
that.
me?
I was gonna say something about the sound of a Harley. They had trademarked the sound. No other bike sounds like a Harley.
Oh, oh, Julie, that's awful.
I'm sorry. That's incredible.
I
It's
did
like
say,
it's like a plague, isn't it? Like um um
and if you think these people just come by the stuff, just happen to come by it, they didn't. We all know who's giving it to them. That's true, Buttercup. Sadly, that's true.
they're saying some people are putting it in their weed before they sell it, so they think so and so's got, chronic, and it's really just got fentanyl on it.
Yeah, that's why that's part of the reason why they built these shops around here. So, because it's legal here.
Yeah.
So, um, one of the reasons California chose to legalize it is because they're capitalizing on it. That money, the government is making that money.
Yeah, absolutely. The rotting corpse. That's got me, man. I can't.
Yeah,
That's
it's an
incredible.
awful situation with that trank shit. It's horrible.
Hey, how are you, Lindsay? Good to see you. I hope we get some snow. We haven't
Lindsay,
seen any in about 3 years. Are you going to stay in California?
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah. When you do go to the beach, the water's usually cold, isn't it?
here.
Yeah.
No, not in the summer. No.
Okay.
I mean, you're talking Washington State. Their water, Washington and Oregon, their waters are cold all the time,
I've
no matter
been
what
to
time of year it is.
LA in June, and it was cold. It's legalized to keep everyone comatose, leaving the way clear for them to do all their fuck shit. You think that's why they want us all high, MacD? Because if we're all high, we won't care, we won't resist, we won't rise up against and say, "Hey, wait a minute, you're taking my voice away." You think we'll be all high on fuck it all, and we'll just be like, "Who cares?" You think that's what's happening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. Hasn't it kind of always been that way, whether it was with alcohol or, during the Vietnam War, it was heroin, MacV? Hey, Nicholas, good to
Opium.
see you. Yes, and out in the fields during war, uh, they got those, military hooked on it. Plus, families break
Yeah, it was
up, you lose
opium.
your property. Yep, you end up in the street. And then you're dependent on the government. Well, when everybody
Because that's the
comes
only way the
here
government can keep track of everybody.
and control us,
Yep.
it's all about controlling us, controlling our decisions, our choices, taking our voice from us.
Don't let nobody steal your voice. Y'all hear me? Ever.
That was my poll question yesterday. If you were to be hit by a bus today, did you use your platform to say all the things that you've wanted to say before you leave this earth? Did you say it?
No. No, I
Me
haven't.
either. So I got my notepad out last night and I've got 3 pages of shows because I want to say it so much. And I feel like all the drama stole my voice. And I got to get back to what I've wanted to say, right? I have a lot I want to
Absolutely.
say. And if I get hit by a bus, it's like I'm going to feel like, wait a minute, I didn't tell my kids this. I forgot to tell my brother that. I forgot to tell, my best friend this. And this way I can put it all there without having to write a book. You know? I'm way too impatient to write a book. When you buy prescription painkillers, the DEA keeps track. So it will be the same with other classified drugs. Hmm. Right, MacB. So that's I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Don't do
But
drugs.
thank you, Lindsay. I
Drugs bad.
appreciate that. Yeah. But as these small countries that were invaded by, let's just say, like MS-13 is what happened in El Salvador, where one of my very good friends lived, and his family fled here to the States. Well, now that gang has come here, and they are rejuvenating El Salvador. And so I was looking and I was like, I'm going to freaking El Salvador if everything goes down here. It's gorgeous. And all the gangs are here. They're not there anymore. So, you know, I need knee constructions.
Ouch.
Oh, bless your heart. Cause they, when I cut my toe off, the only thing they gave me a couple of hydrocodones. They gave me a couple of those little green men. I think they call them little green men. What the hell? Morphine. They gave me 5 morphine to go home with. Once them 5 morphine were gone, they were like, "We'll give you ibuprofen." I'm like, "I've cut my toe completely off, and y'all put it back together." It shattered the bone in the middle, so they like pieced it back together, and it looks like a little man's penis, but they put it back together. And it was the nerve endings when they were reattaching. I mean, if the wind just blew, holy cow, it hurt so bad. And they were like, "Nope, we'll give you some ibuprofen." And this was like in 2005. Did Mama T drop down? So that was incredible. Where'd she go? Was I talking too much? Mama T? I didn't mean to ramble. Sorry. It happens. Hell yeah. I was cutting the grass at the car lot. And when your vacuum cleaner gets hung up on a rug, you kick it. Well, it had got hung up on a bush, and I went and I kicked it, and my foot went right under it, and it butterflied it, man. Butterflied it and shattered the bone in the middle. It was incredibly painful, and it was also traumatic because I couldn't walk for about 6 weeks. And they put these pins in it. And when I was on crutches, if I didn't hike my foot up enough, the pins would gouge into the ground and jack up into my toe. That was like the most pain. Like, I feel like I'm a faint right now thinking about it. It was the most incredibly painful. And Wake Forest right here, and they wouldn't give me nothing. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But hey, at least I didn't get hooked on anything, right? So it's probably a good thing that they didn't give me anything. I learned to work through it with some good smoke from good friends. People stopping by. "You in pain? Yeah, I'll help you out." No, she just dropped. I don't know. Maybe she was having technical difficulties. Okay, well, I think she was gonna go live, so I guess I'll close out and yeah, I'll have to do a show on that because it taught me a lot. It humbled the hell out of me again in my life. I was humbled, and it taught me a whole lot about myself. We'll talk about it sometime because it made me completely dependent on my boyfriend, which was now my husband, and it just worked out because right before I cut my toe off, we had had a fight, and I was going to leave him. And every time I would start to leave him, something like that would happen to me. I would get maimed in some way and become completely dependent on him. And it was like, are you clipping me at my knees, God, to keep me with this guy? What's up with that? Because I did sort of have a gypsy soul when I was younger, and if things just didn't go my way every time, I beat my feet, which wasn't good. I needed to learn not to treat people as though they are replaceable, and to have more what's the word? What do you call it? Stamina. So made your stomach lurch. It was awful, man. But you know what? I used to love to go dancing and clubbing and wearing high heels, and I can't wear high heels anymore because I don't have that balance, that spot. I have to wear flats. I cannot wear high heels. Yep. My brother broke his little toe too, and he said the same thing. It was incredible. They inverted me. They inverted me when they brought me in the ambulance. They put me in one of them things that literally inverted me. And I don't know why they did that. I'm sure it had something to do with my blood rushing. Gonna go see what all Andrew Helt has screwed up since that all happened last night. Yeah, right. I know. I need to go get caught up on that too. Um, are they live? If somebody would drop the link, if they're live, we'll go hop over there and see what's going on. If y'all want to, if anybody has the link, we'll just head on over there and I'll close out. Because I don't know if Mama T was going live or not, but she said she was. So either one of those will be live. But y'all have a good afternoon. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me and talking about motorcycles. Thank you, and y'all have a good night.
Always on my mind. I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright, no matter where you go. Always on my mind. I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright. You can find me alone in this cold place, no place to stay for this place of time. If the mystery unsolved like a cold case, and highways disgraced by the state of mind. Drinking strange water, leave a sour taste. Been looking for my soul in the haze pine. Getting kinda dull to this heartbreak, as my heart shakes like the waves in a baseline. The good girl grows too soon, swayed by the light of the moon. And it gets better, paths also change like the weather. Feel like a song you can't remember. See you in December, so know you'll be coming home. Soon after you'll be gone, and no matter where you go, always on my mind. And I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright, no matter where you go. You're always on my mind. And I could be alone, but you're never far from sight. As far as we go, through the darkest night, I hope it brings you peace of mind. I know we'll be alright now. Been trying to delay with myself locked up. Can't escape this, there's no way. Now haunted by the mistakes. Big stacks like chips on a small blind. High tax to pay for lost time. Build yourself up from whatever's left of us. In the park